Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been working on restoring this BMW 2009 328xi manual transmission, and I did all kinds of parts replacement, and you can click on my playlist and watch other videos if you are interested. On today's video I'm going to replace a power steering fluid and the actual tank or a reservoir that's holding that fluid. So stay tuned to see one of the methods how I'm going to do it under 5-7 minutes. Hi guys, so I decided to make this video especially for some of you that like to see what is the method, one of the methods how to replace that fluid. Now I have this little machine right here. It's been made by this company right here, Flow Dynamics, and it's especially made for the power steering fluid, and that's what it's called, power steering exchanger. Now it has two pumps, one to add fluid, one to evacuate fluid. So that's why you have two tanks with the fresh fluid and the old fluid, basically with the two hoses going into the tank. Now this is how it's done on a dealership. When you come to them and you ask them how to if they can replace your power steering fluid and the tank, because they would recommend you to replace the tank. This tank is equipped with the filter inside, and that filter is not replaceable because that's how they molded you know, the top portion of the tank. So they have a similar machine, most likely different brand, much bigger. They might even call it as a power steering flush machine, whatever, but this one is working perfect. So what I did is, when my old tank was still there and full with oil, I just put one line which is this one for the used oil, and I push the button to evacuate old oil. And when my tank was completely dry, I removed those two clamps that are on a thicker which is an inlet line, and the thinner one which is a return line. So for those clamps, those are special clamps mainly used on a Mercedes-Benz, not as often on BMW that I've seen. You might need a special pliers if you are planning to reuse those click type clamps. But if you are not going to reuse them because you don't have those pliers, you can unclick them with a small flat screwdriver. Now once those two clamps were removed, I pinch off those two hoses with a pinch off tools like this one, and then I exchange with the new tank which is already installed. After I install the new tank, I put those two clamps back in place, and then I refilled it with the fresh oil coming from this second line, which is right here. So I was pushing add button, and after my tank was full, I started my vehicle, the engine was running, and then the instruction says, there is an instruction here, instruction says all you need to do, just add 1, 2, 3, and then remove 1, 2, 3. So while the engine was running, it was circulating those two fluids and was circulating through the entire system, and you've been adding fresh and removing old, adding fresh, removing old, until the reservoir is empty with the fresh fluid. Now this entire procedure takes only like 10 minutes, even for the dealer, and this new tank, new reservoir with the fluid cost only like 44 bucks at this time. So it was time to replace it, because my original tank was 15 years old and nobody replaced it, and I don't even know how old that fluid was. And this is it. Then I shut off the engine, then I started again. I turned the steering wheel to the left and to the right. There was no noises, everything was smooth, everything was easy. So this is a really good machine. As I said, primary, I bought it for to change the oil in the transmission. I also used it on bleeding the diesel fuel system on one of the engines, and it was working also fine. So you can remove the airlock from the system. Now, well, if you will buy it, I mean, if you will see it, not buy it, if you will see it on eBay or maybe locally on a Craigslist, something, buy it, because I think it's really worth it. If you're working on your own vehicles, this will help you in the future. Really good investment, unless you want to make it your own, which is pretty possible. There is only two 12-volt pumps. You have to put the switch and connect the hoses. Not that hard, as long as you can have a pretty strong pumps like this one, probably at least 20 psi, I'm assuming. Well, anyway, I thought that would be interesting for somebody who is how it's done, how it can be done another way beside the traditional method of lifting up the vehicle, releasing old fluid from the return line from the steering rack directly, and releasing the airlock that way, which is also okay. But since I have that machine, I decided to show you what could be the other way to do it. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting for you. God bless you. God bless Canada. God bless America and Ukraine. Bye.